is a pastor at Gateway Church in Southlake, Texas. Alongside Robert Morris, Brady is an elder at Gateway during the latter portion of his time. August 2007. The Pastoral Search Committee, in the time following the dismissal of Ted Haggard, considers Brady Boyd as the top candidate for the New Life Church senior pastor role. Karen Black, in August of 2007, the sister of Cindy Clemishire and a member of New Life Church, shares information with the search committee about Robert Morris's abuse of her sister starting around 1982 through 1987, beginning when Cindy was 12 years old. Lance Coles and Brian Newberg were a part of this committee, and they acknowledge this conversation occurred. They both have record of conversations with Brady following discussion with Karen. They did report this information to the Gateway elders. Gateway informed the search committee that the Clemishire family, Gateway elders, news media, and legal counsel were all aware of Morris's acts. And a restoration process occurred which made Morris fit for pastoral leadership. That's what they said at that time. In August of 2007, Brady is appointed as the senior pastor of New Life Church, and Robert Morris becomes an overseer. Fast forward to December 2011, emails start coming in, and they include bboyd@newlifechurch.org, Brady's general email address. And Pastor Lance Coles was on that, and as shown in court documents from Robert Morris's 2025 filing against Gateway Church. The emails include a detail that Cindy was 12 years old when Robert abused her, though the dates are inaccurate. The subject line reads, news release, Pastor Robert Morris of Gateway Church in Dallas molests 12-year-old girl. The emails were forwarded to Brady's private email address multiple times. Brady responded and interacted with several conversation partners about this email chain. So the claim is that on June 8th, Brady stated in his sermon repeatedly that he did not know Cindy Clemishire was 12 when Robert Morris began molesting her. The evidence shows that in 2011, Brady interacted more than 20 times with emails that stated in multiple places, including in the subject line, that Cindy Clemishire was 12 years old. Brady could not have interacted with these emails in the way that he did without seeing the subject line and reviewing the content. More info. Brady stated to the elders that he did not believe the information in the emails, but even if that is true, he had a duty to share that information with the elders since it involved an overseer of the church. Claim on June 8th, Brady stated that the Pastoral Search Committee did not tell me, quote unquote, did not tell me the details regarding Robert Morris's molestation of Cindy Clemishire, including that she was 12 years old. The evidence shows in written records, and it's confirmed that the search committee met with Brady expressly to discuss the Clemishire information. June 15th, 2024, now fast forward to last summer, an article came out titled Gateway Pastor Robert Morris admits at moral failure, quote unquote, after allegations of sexually abusing a 12-year-old girl. That article's released. Brady is reminded by Brian Newberg in a conversation that the 2007 Pastoral Search Committee did know the age of Cindy and did tell him about the search committee conversations with Karen Black in 2007 and the Gateway elders in 2007. Later, 8 days later, June 23rd, 2024, Pastor Brady acknowledges the release of the Roy's Report article at the start of his sermon during a Sunday service, applauds Cindy Clemishire naming the truth, asks for the congregation to pray for the church, Gateway, which was unnamed, and to restore trust, names trust as the currency of leadership. Then this summer, June 6th, another article comes out, documents Jimmy Evans and New Life elders knew Robert Morris abused a 12-year-old girl decades ago. That article was released. Brian Newberg calls Brady the next day on Saturday, June 7th, and reminds that Cindy's age was known to them and that he did tell Brady in both 2007 and 2011, and they did report it to the Gateway elders. So that was June 7th. June 8th, 2025. Brady fills in during Sunday services for John Egan while Lewis was recovering from emergency surgery. And Brady addresses the congregation with the following claims, among others. I did not know Cindy was 12. The search committee did not tell me that Cindy was 12. I would never put a known pedophile in a position of pastoral authority over you. That was June 8th. June 12th, 2025. Brady briefly addresses the staff, asking for their trust on the breaking news around Robert Morris's claim against Gateway and the articles that have been released on June 6th, restating many of the same claims from the June 8th sermon in brevity. June 17th, 2025. Between June 12th and June 17th, documented evidence comes to the New Life Church elders that shows all of the above claims made on June 8th are false. The elders begin conversations with Pastor Brady to ask that he acknowledge that he misspoke, to work toward ensuring we communicate the truth. Brady does not accept this invitation and is asked to resign as the senior pastor of New Life Church. June 19th, 2025. New Life staff are informed in an internal staff meeting that Brady has resigned. The first version of the official statement from the Board of Elders is read, and we enter a time of prayer and worship to lament and seek the Lord together. Information is leaked to media outlets out of that meeting that the news that Brady has resigned. June 20th, the second version of the official statement is read because more information continues to come in, and we continue to edit that statement. And it's read at Friday night. News media begins releasing the story to their audiences because they were in the room that night. June 22nd, last Sunday. The final version of the official statement is read at both 9 and 11 a.m. services at New Life North. The official statement is released to news media as agreed upon by the senior team. June 25th, 2025. New Life staff is given the opportunity to attend a time naming questions and emotions they feel. So that's a timeline going back to really 2001, Brady's engagement with Robert Morris at Gateway, and then 2007, our first engagement with him, all the way up to the current day. Now I'd like to introduce to you our four non-staff elders. We have Sam Cameron here. Sam has been a member of our church for 27 years, and he's been an elder for 11 years. We have Tim Middlebrook right here. Tim has been at the church for 20 years and an elder for 14 years. We have Scott Palmer, who's been here 18 years at the church and an elder for 14 years. We have Chris Fowler, who's been at the church 13 years and an elder for 8 years. We have John Egan, who has been here for 24 years and an elder for 3 years. And Daniel here 20 years and I think 8 years as an elder. We've also got Pastor Jay Duncan, Pastor Andrew Arndt, Pastor Beth Vaccaro, the director of our HR department, New Life East, New Life Midtown. So that's just a little bit of who's on the stage here. So now, what we want to do is read through this frequently asked questions document. Because we got, like I said, over 50 questions sent to us this week. We took those questions and grouped them, categorized them into the pertinent information so that we can walk you through that. And now, Tim Middlebrook will read us through the frequently asked questions sheet.
Thank you, Daniel. I think I'd just like to begin by saying that we've really spent hours and hours going over this, and even up until yesterday, have updated it, and so it continues to, just new information continues to come in, and so this is what we have as of now. I know and realize that you just received this on the way in, and so we just want to read through it together, and this is what we have as of today. So, the frequently asked questions as put in various buckets. First question, can you provide more details regarding the information, the process that led to Brady's resignation? Yes. In 2024, when it became widely known that Robert Morris had molested Cindy Clemshire when she was 12 years old and also behaved disgracefully toward her and her family over many decades, Brady confirmed to the elders that, 1, he had not known about this when he worked under Morris at Gateway, and 2, he had not known or learned about it. He would not have invited Morris to become an overseer or preach at New Life. When Brady spoke about this on Sunday, June 8th this year, he stated several times that he did not know prior to 2024 Ms. Clemshire was 12 when Morris molested her. Shortly after his message, the elders were presented with information from 2011 demonstrating that Brady was party to at least 20 emails relating to Ms. Clemshire abuse, that he interacted extensively with those emails, and that many of the emails stated in the subject line the allegations that Ms. Clemshire was 12 at the time. Brady failed to disclose this to the Board of Elders. Brady also said during his June 8 message that the search committee did not tell him in 2007 the details regarding Ms. Clemshire. However, meeting notes and email records confirm that the search committee met with Brady specifically to discuss the accusations made by Ms. Clemshire, sister, and then dialogued with him for weeks about the issue. In the days that followed, we carefully reviewed the emails and other new evidence that surfaced. We also spent many hours meeting with Brady, listening to his perspective, and doing our best to reconcile the facts. As much as we had hoped it would all make sense, in the end, it simply did not. All 7 elders, the elders that Brady himself invited to hold him accountable, agreed that trust was broken and that we did not think he could continue as senior pastor at New Life Church. We requested he resign, and he did. Question 2, will Brian and Lance also resign? Yes. As referenced above, Brian and Lance received the report from Cindy Clemshire's sister when they served on the search committee in 2007. Brian and Lance raised concerns about Robert Morris becoming involved with New Life. When Brady dismissed their concerns and appointed Robert Morris to be an overseer and began inviting Morris to preach, Brian and Lance had a responsibility to bring their concerns and the reasons behind them directly to the board of elders. They did not do so then or after. So we likewise requested that Brian and Lance resign. They have submitted their letters of resignation and will depart after a transition period. Since we first approached Brian and Lance last week, their repentful, sorrowful, and humble attitudes have been strongly evident. They have submitted to the authority of the elders and to the church, and it is with heavy hearts that we determined, together in conversation with them, they should resign. They have both expressed how deeply they regret not doing more to prevent Robert from becoming involved with our church. We believe they would never intentionally do anything harmful to New Life. They are devastated, and so are we. Brian and Lance have asked for and received our forgiveness. They plan to do everything they can to ensure a smooth transition of immense institutional knowledge that together comprise more than 70 years of service to the church. We hope they will remain members for many years to come, and we know they will appreciate your prayers. Question 3, are there any other pastors or elders currently at New Life who were aware of Clemshire's information? No. Question 4, does the church regret its treatment of Miss Clemshire and her family? Yes. We know our actions over the years were disappointing to the Clemshire family. In time, we hope to be able to apologize to them personally, and we encourage you to pray for them. Question 5, does New Life hope to reconcile with Brady? Of course. We will work toward that, and we will share anything that develops. Question 6, was Brady repentant? At this time, Brady has not apologized, nor is he repentant for what we think constituted lying to New Life Church, or for failing to disclose to the elders whatever knowledge he had about Robert Morris before asking Morris to serve as overseer and to preach at our church. Question 7, is Brady disqualified from ministry? We believe Brady made a series of mistakes that would disqualify him from serving as senior pastor at New Life. We do love Brady and consider him a significant contributor to the New Life story. Question 8, can you explain the succession process the elders referenced? Brady initiated a succession process in 2022. During that time, he proposed a timeline and recommended Daniel as his successor, an idea the elders unanimously approved. Beginning in 2025, we launched a 3-year transition plan to gradually move Daniel into the senior pastor role. The first phase of this plan focused on transitioning staff leadership to Daniel, and this was formally announced to the staff on January 16, 2025. On June 8th, when Brady said he would be preaching on this stage for the next 10 years, we think he was referring to teaching as an occasional member of the teaching team, as contemplated by the succession plan. Question 9. Did Daniel have a conflict of interest in the vote on Brady's departure? The elders were unanimous, so Daniel's vote was not needed. Daniel did not initiate or lead the discussion, and he offered to recuse himself from any vote to avoid the perception that his vote would be influenced by personal benefit. Question 10. Why are pastors on the board of elders? Isn't that a conflict of interest? It is common for key staff of nonprofits and churches to serve on the boards of their organizations. It is also helpful because staff members have the most information about their organization. The best practice is to have a majority of non-staff board members. This is required by New Life's bylaws. New Life is also accredited by the Evangelical Council for Financial Accountability, ECFA, which requires that a majority of elders not be on staff. New Life currently has 4 non-staff elders and 2 staff elders. Question 11. What are overseers? At New Life, overseers are pastors of other churches who we can reach out to for support and wisdom. The role is merely advisory. Question 12. How does New Life's governance work? New Life operates under the bylaws that Brady brought when he became senior pastor. The bylaws state that the elders are the governing board of the church. The elders are responsible for hiring and dismissing the senior pastor, as well as a few other operating directives, and I would also add fiduciary responsibilities. Additional questions regarding prevention. Question 13. What will New Life do to keep this from happening moving forward? The elders plan to work diligently in the days ahead to review where the current governance structure failed. We plan to look into multiple ways to improve our systems and processes to help prevent this from happening again.
We know that from Sunday to today, there's been a bit of an information gap, and that's been difficult. That's kind of a part of the process at times, and you want to measure twice and cut once with your words in a moment like this. So we needed to get our heads together, get the document together, but now we have that for you, and the decision that was made 10 days ago, as the days have gone by, has only been supported by the evidence that we've found. So this morning, we want to take some time to pray. And we want to pray over the Boyd family. We want to pray over Brian and Lance, 2 legends in the New Life story. We want to pray over Cindy Clemshire and her family, Cindy who suffered as a 12-year-old girl and did nothing wrong for this. So we want to speak blessing and healing over her. And then we want to pray over New Life Church as a family. And so I'm going to ask Pastor Andrew Arndt to come forward now and to lead us in prayer. If you're with someone that you know or trust or like, or someone you just grab their hand, and let's turn this into a bit of a prayer meeting right now. But before we go, I want you to know that our pastors and elders at the very end of this will be down front, and if you have questions and you want to engage, we will be here for that. But we're going to pray right now as a church.
Could we just go ahead and stand if you're able to stand?